Okay, so you're a teacher seller. You've started using Trello, but you're kind of wondering if there are shortcuts or hacks or special power-ups or extensions or things that you should be using to work smarter and not harder using Trello. There are, and we're going to talk about them right now. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my top hacks, tricks, little shortcuts and things that I have discovered while utilizing Trello inside of my teacher seller biz that I just think the whole world deserves to know, and so I'm going to share them with you in this video. So if you're ready to learn all of the secret, top, awesome Trello hacks and things to utilize inside of your own teacher business workflows and templates and stuff, then keep watching this video. For those who don't know me, the name's Rainey. I'm a Teacherpreneur productivity mentor. I help teacher sellers master their time and energy while scaling their biz so that they can ditch the hustle and grind, break up with busy, and stop sacrificing their mental health and sanity. And so this channel is to help you with all productivity and teacher seller tips to help you be the best teacher seller that you can be. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, like the videos, hit the notification bell, all of that jazz. But we're just gonna dive into what I use for hacks, strategies, and shortcuts inside of Trello. Now, if you're not really sure what Trello is, then you're definitely going to want to check out the video before this because we are in the middle of a Trello mini-series over here on this channel. And last week, I talked about how to organize your biz using Trello, and I helped you set up your own business headquarters. So if you've not been able to do that yet, then please go watch that video first, and then this will make a lot more sense because I'm not going to go over how to create a board and all of that again because I already did that in that video, and I don't want to waste your time with that. So in this one, I'm just going to actually be on my Trello, and I'm just going to show you my top tips and tricks. Some are shortcuts. I have 2 extensions for you, and then I have just this one little hack for creating labels for your stuff. So without any more hesitation, let's just get on to Trello. Okay, so I'm going to show you all of this stuff using the business headquarters board that we made together last week. And so I'm just going to start with shortcuts, easy, simple shortcuts that you can use inside of Trello. And so, normally if you wanted to do all of these things, you would go over here and click the 3 dots, and then you would go to whatever you need to fix. Like maybe you need to change the label or copy or all of that. We're going to make it a lot easier. If you want to add a new card, let's say I wanted to put one above this last pass, I would hover over it and click N. And then it'll let me add a new title. So let's pretend I wanted this to say passwords. There we go. So if you hover on it, it goes underneath. If you hover, so whichever one you want it to go above, that's where you would put new. Yeah. Okay. So perfect. Now I'm going to actually delete that. Now how you delete this is with the letter C. That's for archive. Why is it not A? I don't know, but it's C. So you just hit the letter C on any of these to archive it. So we have C for archive, N for new. If you want to add a label, it's really simple. Hover over the card that you want to do it, do L for label, and then you can easily access all of your labels right here instead of having to click on the pencil and click edit labels. Same thing for due date. If you want to add a date to it, click D for date, and you can immediately add a date to your card. And then I'm going to actually delete that, so let's undo that. Oops. Undo and save. All right, perfect. So we have due date, labels, new, and archive. And so those are shortcuts that I use all of the time when I'm trying to do stuff in Trello, because then I don't have to dig out through all of this and do it super quick. So definitely start utilizing those shortcuts in your own Trello boards. Now let's talk about how to create special labels for all of these things. Like maybe you had a My Week board, and so let's just add one actually really quick. Let's just copy this list. And I'm going to name it, let's just name it Monday. And then I'm going to delete all of these things. Okay, so let's pretend that you wanted to have an AM block, a PM block, and an ongoing block. And you wanted these to be like headers, essentially. You can go into here and click change cover. And you can either have it as a photo or as a color. I typically would pick a color. So you can have it look like this, or you can have it be the whole thing, and then it looks like a header. And so we're just going to go through and do this for all 3 of these ones. Let's do this one as well. Go to change cover. And then let's pretend that you had a morning task. I don't know. Let's just say your meal prep. And then you're going to be doing that in the, it's ongoing on Mondays. It would stay right there. Let's say an AM task would be to check your TPT dashboard. You could drag and drop it there. And let's say a PM one is to read Bible. Sure, why not? Then those look like headers, even though they are cards. Now, if you wanted this to be a picture instead, let's just show you what that would look like. You would just go over here. I think you have to have Pro to grab your own photos. I'm just going to type productivity because I do that a lot. Maybe I want this to be the cover. It's loading. Okay. And then it just looks like a picture instead. And it looks just like this for your task. So if you want to have that instead, then that's super easy. So that's kind of what I did here, but I didn't make these covers. I just added these as pictures because I had a lot of words underneath. But this is just a really great hack if you want to have headers for all of your things. So you could do the same thing for this passwords and login one as well if you so chose. But I'm going to archive this list because this is not actually part of the business headquarters. This was just for this example. And then let's talk through the last two things that I want to show you, which are two extensions that I absolutely love that you have to use if you're in Google Chrome, which I always use Google Chrome. The first one is called Next Steps. And so essentially what it is, so what you would do is I normally just type in Next Steps, Chrome extension, and it'll show up right here. And then you're just going to go, it's already on mine, but you would accept it. And then it would pop up in here, which I'm actually going to add it to wherever it is. I'm going to pin it to the top so that I always have it available. Okay. So now that I've done that, it's right here. Next steps. You'll have to refresh. It lets you show however many of the checklists you want to show. So right here, if you look, it says the mode is hidden. It means that you can't see any of the next steps in any of these checklists. Well, maybe I want to see the first next step of each card. So now I can see within these checklists without having to actually open it up and see what the first step is. I can show it right here. The other options are I could do the first checklist, like the entire first checklist on all of these. So if they have more than one checklist, I could do the first checklist including any completed tasks. I could do one per checklist. I could do all of the steps in all of them if I really wanted to do that, and then all the ones included. But I typically like to do the first one per card, and that way I don't have to actually go into the card to see what is next on each of these checklists. So I really love this. You can have next steps for all of your boards. You just have to simply click on this when you're in a board to include it into that specific board. And so I really love next steps so that I just don't have to waste time going in to look at my checklists. And then the other one that I discovered the other day that I am beyond excited about is a Pomodoro Chrome extension. So it's called Pomelo. So you're going to go to Pomelo for Trello and you would download this. And then it's kind of like, it's not a Chrome extension per se. It's more just an app. I have mine down here. So if you click on this little tomato-y type thing, it connects to Trello. Now, when you set this up, you have to decide what board you want it to pull your tasks from. And since I have a running business to-do one, which I will show you really quick so that you can see what mine looks like. Running to-do. This is what mine looks like on any given day, my to-do list, my doing, and done. So this is the board that I pulled from for that. So I would go over here and click pick a task. And so right now, you can also change what list it's pulling from. So it's pulling from my to-do one. So if I wanted it to pull from my doing one, then I can change it like that and I can pick a task. So let's say that right now I want to watch this course creator video that I need to watch. And we know, if you don't know the Pomodoro method, which I have a video, I will link underneath here. The Pomodoro technique is where you work on something unfocused with all of your focused attention for 25 minutes, and then you get 5 minutes off, and you can do that for 4 times in a row. And so as soon as I click this, and I click do it, it has a timer for me for 25 minutes. Is it that amazing? And I can move this wherever I want, and then I know exactly what task I'm going to do. And then I don't know what exactly happens when I'm done because I haven't actually done it yet because I've just been, busy and haven't been using it as much. But it's easy to turn on and off. If you click the 3 dots, you can, I believe, change. Oh, this will actually let it move around. Oh, I love that. See, we're discovering stuff together. Or you can just change it. So I'm going to X out of this so that hopefully it stops. Yep. And then you can easily just shut out of it by clicking close a window. And then it's gone. But oh my gosh, you can intertwine the Pomodoro technique inside Trello. Y'all, I'm in love. This is fabulous. If you're interested in that teacher business headquarters board that you saw, that one actually is for sale. I will link it underneath this video, as I actually created that so that you can have your own business headquarters, and I made it ahead of time for you. I'll also link under here my Teacher Seller Trello Business Bundle, which has a couple of different boards that you can use to implement inside of your Teacher Seller business. And yes, these boards are going to be different than the Talk Trello to Me course. So don't even worry, you'll be getting double of the stuff. And those are some of my favorite hacks and shortcuts that I use inside of Trello for my own business. I can't believe I discovered that Pomodoro technique one. Seriously, that's my favorite thing in the world. But if you liked this video, we have 2 more videos coming up in our Trello Mini-Series. We have one on how to create a content calendar, and then how all of the different ways that you can use Trello inside of your teacher business. And I give you a sneak peek inside all of the boards that are going to be included in Talk Trello to Me, which is a teacher seller course all on Trello that is releasing at the end of July. So be excited for that. But if you like this and you have any more questions about Trello, or you have hacks that you use yourself in Trello, I would love to know that in this video underneath here. But I told you this one was going to be short, sweet, and to the point. So make sure to like, subscribe, share, all of the things that you do to help promote this channel. I am very happy with each and every one of you that watches this channel and helps promote it. So with that, I'm going to keep going in my never-ending journey to batching YouTube video after YouTube video, and I will see you later. Bye, guys.